For 50 years, scientists have been drilling the moon with sound waves. And what they found inside is terrifying. This discovery defies all logical explanation. Most people think the moon is just a dead piece of rock, a gray, boring sphere hanging in the void. We thought we knew everything about it. A solid crust, a cold mantle, a tiny frozen core. An ordinary satellite that cooled down billions of years ago. We looked at it with certainty, but we were fatally wrong. It is not dead at all. There is something inside it. It all started in 1969, during the legendary missions of the Apollo program. Astronauts left more than just flags on the surface. They installed a network of sensitive seismometers. Scientists expected to see a flat line on the graphs. They expected absolute seismic silence. But the instruments suddenly came to life. They recorded thousands of moonquakes. The tremors occurred at such massive depths, where they simply shouldn't physically exist. According to our calculations, there should be solid rock, but the vibrations passed through it with distortions. And then something incredible happened. In November 1969, a spent stage of the lunar module crashed into the surface. The force of the impact was equal to a ton of TNT, and the seismometers showed something that gave scientists goosebumps. The moon rang. It rang like a giant church bell. The vibrations didn't fade after 10 minutes, nor after 30. It vibrated for almost a whole hour. On Earth, the sound of an impact fades in seconds. But on the moon, it continued to echo inside. Scientists are still fiercely debating why this happened. The waves propagated as if there were no dense core inside, as if there was a giant void beneath the crust. Thus, the crazy hollow moon theory was born. The hollow moon theory. Could our satellite be empty inside? Some researchers went even further. They asked a terrifying question. Could this sphere be artificial? It sounds like the plot of a cheap sci-fi movie. But scientists weren't laughing, because the strange things didn't stop there. Another unexplained mystery appeared. Giant Mascons. Mascons are huge mass concentrations beneath the craters, hidden, super dense clumps of matter under the surface. Their gravitational pull was so strong that it literally knocked the Apollo ships off their trajectories. Astronauts constantly had to adjust their orbit. Otherwise, they could have crashed into the rocks. Where did these chunks of super dense metal come from? Natural processes cannot create such perfect anomalies. They are arranged as if on some kind of grid, like the framework or armor of a giant ship. For decades, this information was classified. But technology doesn't stand still. Recently, the Chinese probe Chang'e 6 landed on the far side, the place we never look at. The probe started drilling into the soil at the bottom of the oldest crater, and it sent back new, shocking data. Radars scanned the surface hundreds of meters down. They discovered hidden structures, layers of completely strange rocks alternating with voids. This doesn't fit into any modern geological model. We always thought the moon was a piece of the Earth, torn off billions of years ago by the impact of the planet Theia. But the new data destroys this theory. The isotopic composition of these deep rocks is different. They are older than they should be. What does all this mean? The scientific community now has two main versions. Both of them completely change our understanding of the cosmos. Version 1, the moon formed in another star system, and the Earth simply captured this rogue planet. But this doesn't explain the Mascons and voids. Therefore, there is version 2, which is more alarming. Deep inside, active processes are taking place. Tectonic plates are rubbing against each other in the dark. Magma that should have cooled is still pulsing. The moon's insides are living their own secret life. And this is not just of academic interest. This discovery threatens our entire future. Right now, NASA is preparing the Artemis program. Humanity is going to build a permanent base there. We want to live in the craters on the South Pole. But if the surface is unstable, if voids are hidden right under the future domes, our colonies could become a deadly trap. One strong moonquake, and the base will fall into the abyss. Cracks will tear the pressurized modules apart, and astronauts will be left alone with the cold void. We must know exactly what is beneath them before sending people there to their certain doom. Perhaps the moon doesn't want us to live there. Perhaps these vibrations are a warning. Seismologists are now reanalyzing the data from the 70 seconds. They are applying neural networks to decode the noise, and artificial intelligence is finding new patterns. There is a certain periodicity in the noise of the moonquakes, as if someone or something is breathing under the crust. A dull, slow rhythm at a depth of hundreds of kilometers. The more we learn, the more questions arise. How did perfectly round craters form? Why does the depth of the craters not depend on their width, as if an impenetrable titanium sphere lies beneath a layer of dust? A sphere that protects the insides from meteorites. We have walked on this dust 6 times already. We played golf there and rode rovers. We left our footprints, flags, and trash there. We considered ourselves the conquerors of this gray world. But all this time, we were only on a thin roof. On the roof of a giant, incomprehensible mechanism. We still do not fully understand what is under our feet. Scientists continue to send probes there. We are trying to solve this mystery at any cost. But what if the truth turns out to be too terrifying? What if we awaken what has slept for billions of years? What if the ringing of the bell was not just a ring, but the sound of a knock on a closed door? The moon keeps its secrets in absolute silence, and we have only just begun to knock on its core. Perhaps soon the door will open, and we will find out what is actually hiding on the dark side of our consciousness. Until then, we can only look at the night sky and wonder what kind of shadow is hiding behind the silver light. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the truth, because space is much stranger than we think. See you in the next videos. Scientists are studying every pixel in the images. New telescopes are scanning the surface in infrared light. The temperature in the craters drops to -200 degrees. And in the depths, lava rivers might be boiling. Images from orbit show strange sinkholes. Lava tubes leading deep down for many kilometers. They are so huge that entire cities could fit inside them. Who knows what minerals are hidden in this darkness? Perhaps there are resources there that will save the Earth. Or maybe there's a danger there that we're not ready for. Every new probe brings more mysteries than answers, as if the moon is mocking our attempts to understand it. Its dust is toxic like broken glass. It corrodes spacesuits and lungs. Even the dust here is set against us. Radiation burns out microchips. Micrometeorites bombard the surface non-stop. It is a harsh, cruel world. But we still keep going back there. We are driven by a thirst for knowledge, or perhaps simple human stubbornness. We want to conquer what hangs above our heads, to make it our stepping stone to the stars. But until we solve the mystery of the ringing, we cannot move forward. China plans to send astronauts there by 2030. The US is building a coalition for a lunar base. A new lunar race is beginning, and this time the stakes are much higher. Whoever solves the mystery of the lunar depths will get the key to future technologies. Because if there really are voids there, it's the perfect place to build. Natural bunkers protecting from radiation. But who built these bunkers before us? Or is it just a quirk of nature? The answer is hidden hundreds of kilometers deep, in complete darkness, where sound waves reflect off an unknown metal. We will drill deeper, we will install new, even more precise seismometers, and one day we will hear this ringing again. But this time, we will know how to listen to it. We will decode the message hidden in the vibrations. The moon will no longer be a dead rock to us, it will become the beginning of a new era.